So a local towing company got a hold of me because they needed me to mimic these two pieces. Now what this is an adjustable wheel lock. It looks kind of like this when it's all set up. So I'm going to be using a combination of tools to mimic this set of wheel locks. But like any job, it always begins with the design. A couple months ago, I got my own CNC plasma table, and since then I've been committed to teaching myself how to make my own DXF cut files. Having that skill has opened up so many opportunities in my business. Anytime I have a plasma cutting job, I always like to check the cut file. I'll check it again, and then check it one last time. Steel is not cheap, and I hate wasting it. I do always buy a little extra steel just in case, but on this job, we got lucky and we didn't end up needing it. So I'm just doing a quick visual inspection. I do notice that I'm going to have to take a notch out of that piece that I just cut out on my plasma table. Not a big deal. Up until this point, it's looking awesome. And with that being said, I cut out the second one. So honestly, once I got that cut file situated, double checked that it was exactly the same as the old one, building the body of these wheel locks went by quick. The only thing that was kind of challenging was notching these 2.5 by 1.5 inch tubes. I don't know what happened, but I kind of ended up with a big gap when I fit in that 2x2. And then I thought this was kind of cool. I needed to cut a notch in the top of this 2.5 by 1.5 inch tube, but my initial plan was to do it by hand, but then I thought, what the hell, this will fit in my plasma table. So you can see me checking it again, just because I don't quite know how this is going to go, but once I loaded it up, it actually did an awesome job. I mean, I'm super happy with how it came out. So now you can see me just checking, make sure that that flat stock will fit inside that slot. And it did, it fit up just fine, so went ahead and loaded up the second one and cut it out. And then this was that notch that I was telling you about. I needed to cut a little notch off because it actually sits on the top of that tube instead of inside. Oh yes, this is my second mess up of the day. I accidentally cut that 2x2 a little bit too small, so I needed to cut it again, but that's why I always buy a little bit of extra steel, just in case, because shit happens. So these are the last two pieces that I'll need to cut. It's that little tab and also the end cap that goes on the end of that tube. I think my cut speed was a little fast because the inside of that tab, that hole, ended up looking kind of ugly, so I needed to take a little bit of time and clean it out. Now, having a plasma table has been huge. It's allowed me to take jobs that in the past I couldn't take. It's allowed me to make money that I wouldn't be able to make. It's saved me so much time. I think hands down, it's got to be one of the best pieces of equipment that I've invested in. So I kind of messed up on this step. These tabs, if you look closely at the one that the client supplied and the one that I built, they're not facing the same way. Don't know what happened. It happened on this one as well. So I got to cut those off and weld them back on. Once I got that issue solved, I went to checking the fit up one last time and then doing the final welding. So this is what we come up with. Came out awesome in my opinion. One-to-one mimic of what the client had. Big shout out to the plasma table, Wouldn't have been able to take this job without it. And if any of you guys watching are kind of on the fence about buying a plasma table, honestly, just do it. You'll thank me in the long run. But that's all I got today. I'll catch you guys on the next one.